At the beginning of the film, a scared girl is shown. She doesn't have mental peace. She is so scared about something that she is very disturbed. There were strange black marks on her body, and again she was taking the doll's name. She gets very scared while telling this. Her friend was sitting in front of this scared girl, whom she was telling everything. Then the boy takes care of her, convinces her that you relax. There is nothing to be afraid of. But it was of no use, that she started crying loudly, and then she sees a child behind her friend, who was wearing white clothes. Her soul is seen. With this, she gets more scared and loses her control. That's why she takes a fork and puts it in her throat. Her blood started flowing fast, with which she dies there. A doll was also lying here. By showing it, this scene gets cut here. In the next scene, we see a family who had recently come to live in a new town. And today, they had come to celebrate a festival in a church, which is known as communion. As soon as the communion started here, we see this family's eldest daughter, Sarah, with whom her mother was sitting. After the communion, everyone came out. Here, a frightened woman came to Sarah and her daughter, whose name is Marisol. She starts asking about her. She tells her that after communion in this church, my daughter was missing. There is no whereabouts about her until today. That's why I come here. I come to ask about my daughter, Marisol, with the hope that someone might have seen her here. That's when other people and the church's father come there and take that woman from there and send her far away. Now this family has come home, where Sarah was getting bored. That's why after a while, she goes to the club with her friend. Although she did not like all this, but today she was having a lot of fun coming here. She enjoys a lot with her friend. Here for the first time, she also takes an illegal substance, SOO, that they can enjoy more. Now this substance was being sold by a boy in the club, who was actually an illegal substance dealer. While dancing in the club, Sarah's eyes fell on one of her friends. They had never felt like this before. But today they look at each other with such eyes, as if they have something in their hearts. They like each other. Now after a while, Sarah and her friend came out of the club to go home. In front of them, the substance dealer's car comes and stops. In his car, Sarah's friend was also sitting, whom she liked, and she comes and sits in the illegal substance dealer's car. That boy starts talking weird and cheap things. Then, after a while, he started taking the car into the jungle, saying that we will stay together for a while and enjoy. But Sarah's friend says that, where are you taking this? We have to go from the main road. But he does not agree. That's why they start arguing. But then, Sarah suddenly says to stop the car. Says that stop the car quickly. Now I have seen a girl in white clothes. Now Sarah started worrying about her. Who is that girl who is roaming in the jungle at this time? She might have got lost somewhere. That's why she comes out of the car and starts looking for her. But outside that, there is nothing but a doll. That's why she keeps that doll with her, thinking that it must also be that girl's. And when we see that girl again, we will give it to her. But the girl was not seen all the way. That's why Sarah brings that doll home with her. This doll was exactly like the girl's doll that we saw in the beginning. The next day, when Sarah was bathing, she saw a strange black mark on her arm. But Sarah ignores it and goes to meet her friend, where her friend says that I have heard a story of this town, in which a communion girl who was wearing a white dress. It is said that her soul is visible to people. She also had a doll, which according to everyone is cursed, which is considered bad. Whoever has, it will not be good with that one. And maybe you saw that girl's soul last night. This doll is her cursed doll. But Sarah does not believe in these things. That's why she goes to the father, so that she can know whether this doll is really cursed or just a false story. So the father also checks the doll and also tells her that no, and neither is this doll cursed. In fact, this is an ordinary doll for children to play, nothing else. But here we look at the father's face and guess that something else is going on inside him. He is trying to hide something. After a while, Sarah comes home and starts bathing. a very scary soul, who is also wearing white clothes, attacks Sarah. She grabs her face with her dangerous hands, with which Sarah finds herself in a well, where water was flowing. She is very scared to find herself here. And then the soul of that little girl, who is wearing white clothes, she attacks Sarah from the downside and pulls her and tries to dip her in the water and kill her. Sarah came up again. She starts screaming out of fear. Coming to the bathroom, her mom and dad take care of Sarah, who fainted after screaming. Her mom and dad bring her to her senses. And now they get angry by seeing Sarah's condition. They started doubting her, that she must be intoxicated. That's why she fainted. She leaves from there to go to her friend. She meets her and tells her about all this. And while showing the mark on her arm, she says that everything is going strangely. The mark is getting bigger with time. To which her friend gives shocking information, that exactly the same mark is there on my shoulder. By which she shows Sarah her body. Now here, both of them felt. They think that this is due to the side effect of that substance dealer's bad stuff. That is, because of that illegal substance. There are marks on our body. That's why both of them meet the illegal substance dealer and tells him about all this. Then he says that this can't happen. There is no harm in my substance, although I also do this substance. But there is no mark on me. Then it was found that the illegal substance dealer is lying. Because as soon as they both left from there, the illegal substance dealer checks his chest, where that mark was made, and it was getting bigger. Now Sarah's friend came home. Her dad had a bad habit of alcohol, because of being intoxicated all the time. He treats his daughter very badly. He even beats her. That's why she spends most of her time outside the house. After a while, she left the house and went to a bar. And when she goes to the washroom there, then all the scary things like Sarah start happening to her. Like she also sees that soul there, who tries to scare her by doing strange things. She got scared of this. She came out of the bar crying and calls Sarah and tells her everything. What just happened to her? Suddenly, that soul comes and attacks her friend, because of which she suddenly became quiet. Now seeing this, Sarah understood that my friend is in trouble. That's why she quickly left from there and came to her friend, who was also unconscious like Sarah. Now here, her friend's body was lying, whereas we see her soul in the well, like Sarah's dot here. That girl's soul was also trying to kill her. Now before the girl kills her, Sarah, at the right time, brings her to consciousness, by which her life is saved. Now these two girls were very scared, and here start going to the illegal substance dealer, because they felt that now that soul will also attack him. Then he also takes the soul after fainting them and takes their life. That is, once someone touches this doll, the devil inside it will never leave that person. Now, Sarah's sister has the danger. Here it is also clear that Marisol did not kill anyone. In fact, she was seen by everyone every time, because she used to come here to make them understand that stay away from that doll, and do not spread hatred because of this mark. Stay away from such delusions and love everyone. The love she never got, because here the demon was doing everything, and he had just controlled Marisol. And now the curse will continue until this doll is destroyed. With this horrible ending, the story of this film ends here.